Hey, what's up everybody? I just wanted to share one of my favorite hip mobility exercises to help improve and restore hip rotation. Now, there's a lot of us that think I don't need to rotate unless I'm playing a rotational sport like golf or tennis or even baseball and softball, but that's not always true. If you think about swinging your leg out or inwards to get out or in of a car, obviously getting up and down from the floor or even up and down from a seated position, we need more hip mobility and flexibility, and if you don't have it, the body is going to naturally move however it wants to, and you're going to cause some type of a compensation pattern. Where that begins to happen is particularly in the low back or lumbar spine. So if you are someone that deals with either hip stiffness or even low back discomfort or pain, this is a great exercise for you to work on. Now, this is one that is going to go with the floor or being on the floor. So as long as you can get down to the floor, what we're going to do is make a 90-90 position at the legs. So with the front leg being a 90-degree position, I'm working on hip external rotation, and this bottom leg being at a 90-degree position, I'm working on hip internal rotation. Now I'm going to turn to the front so you can see how that position lines up, and you want to see also where my hand is in relation to the body. Now, as I swing my hand in a little bit closer, what I'm trying to achieve is a nice tall vertical position through the spine or torso here, because if we are side bending a little bit and we're still trying to improve more hip range of motion and mobility, I think we can oftentimes fuel the fire of that low back pain or discomfort as well. Now, one other thing that can prevent you from getting into this position is discomfort to the knee. So I've brought a soft covered book to help provide comfort underneath the knee there, and what I also have is a yoga block, which you can see as I spin it around in different directions. There's all different heights to the yoga block. Obviously you probably have different household objects or gym objects that are different shapes as well, but what you should notice is that instead of being side bent, if I can put my hand on the smallest part of the yoga block there, now look at my torso. It's nice and tall and vertical. So instead of doing a hip switch where we go back and forth dynamically from side to side, there's a lot of the times people just need a very simple variation of this exercise. So I'm just going to simply breathe out as I reach my hand out and across the body. It's okay if you hear or feel a snap, crackle, pop in the hips or even the spine. That is the purpose, is that we're trying to break up some of that dysfunction or help the body become more mobile and create more space. So again, you're going to start with a deep exhale and bring the arm out and even slightly around the body, and then go right back up to the top. Breathe out with the arm scooping out and across the body, and then simply come back up to the start. I've also noticed that as I begin to build the block up of the yoga block, I get into a taller position, but I do feel a lot more improvement on the mobility in the hips there. Obviously, we're going to do the same amount of prescribed repetitions from one side on the other side. Just make sure that you do create that same setup on the opposite side. So if you're able to tolerate getting into that position, it's a great exercise for you. Let me know how it goes.